Welcome to Pro Advanced Skincare with our 7-in-1 Hydrodermabrasion machine. All right, guys, so we've done our meet and greet. I'm setting the client up, getting her ready, prepping her skin with pre-cleanser. In the initial consultation, the client told me that she had some breakouts and some hyperpigmentation, which is dark spots. I used my BT Zoom. I took a look at her skin, and she does. Right now, her skin is purging, and she has some really large pores. So I want to kind of decongest her pores, and I want to give her some brightening with those dark spots. So I'm just going to do my first initial cleanse with the pre-cleanser and prep her skin for my cleanser. So being that I already did my skin analysis, I know exactly what cleanser I want to use. I'm just going to skip over the step of me looking in my mag lamp because that is like a basic skincare routine. You guys should already know how to do that by now, the analysis. So I know based off my analysis that we're going to use some brightening cleanser. The client uses Active Clay Cleanser by Dermalogica at home to kind of get rid of those acne impactions and to just draw out some of the oil out of her skin. So I just want to give her this brightening treatment and a deep pore cleanse. All right, so later on in the treatment, I'm going to use some niacinamide and some Power Bright. I'm going to explain to you exactly what machine to use with that niacinamide and that Power Bright. All right, so I'm going to remove this cleanser, this pre-cleanse off her skin. With my sponges, I'm still going to use steam because I'm opening up those pores, getting her ready for the cleanser. Be careful with nose rings and face jewelry and things of such because they can come out. All right, so now I have my Image Skincare cleanser, my vitamin C boost. I'm applying that right to the skin. Be careful with how much product you apply because that product does come out nice and thick. All right, so I'm just going to massage this into the décolleté, up the neck, and all over the face, giving her a nice deep cleanse. And I'm going to continuously just spread this out all over the cheeks, up the nose, and on the forehead. You just want to get that product into the skin. The client loves a good scrub. Pay attention to the cheek areas and the chin areas because that's where a lot of the hyperpigmentation is. So you want to brighten that area. All right, so I'm just going to emulsify that cleanser by adding water. This is my second cleanse. Just spread that all over the face. Nice and gliding effleurage movements. I'm going to scissor the mouth. Around the mouth area, we want to brighten that up. We want to brighten around the eyes. So we're just going to stimulate and circle that eye area. So I'm just going to make my hot towel straight from the sink because the water gets pretty hot. So I'm just going to open up my towel, check the temperature. It's not too hot. Lay it on the client's chest. Press down. Make sure she's nice and comfortable. Cover her eyes. Steam the face with the hot towel. Now I'm going to remove that product from her skin. Make sure I clean every aspect of her face. This hot towel is very relaxing to your client. So make sure you incorporate hot towels with every cleanse. Always check to make sure the client doesn't have any product on their mouth or in their nose. That can be irritating. All right, so next I'm going to use the Multivitamin Power Recovery Exfoliant. This is a AHA, which is a chemical exfoliant. So please make sure that your client's skin can tolerate this exfoliant before you use it. She uses this regularly. So, all right. So I'm not going to double cleanse it off because her skin is already used to this exfoliant. So I'm just going to infuse it into her skin and scrape off some of the dead skin cells. Now, this is strictly for her skincare regimen, right? So, because some clients, you cannot use this. It might be too strong for them. We have something called Accelerator 35 you can use. You can definitely use a regular scrub like Daily Microfoliant. You can use an enzyme peel. Whatever works for your client, you're going to choose it based off their skin type. You're going to choose it based off their skin concerns. Okay, so I put a list in the protocol sheet in the presentation when we go over it of all the different products that you can use with this ultrasonic spatula as an exfoliant. So the first step was the pre-cleanse, then the cleanser, now the exfoliant. You can use a scrub or you can use a chemical exfoliant. As you see, I am wetting the face as I'm gliding the spatula over the face because you do not want to do this strictly just with serum because it will stick to the face and be uncomfortable for the client. So you want to make sure the skin is nice and moist so you have enough glide for the spatula to go over the skin. So now I'm just wiping it across on the other side of the spatula to infuse the exfoliant into the skin. I'm going to wipe it all off the skin. Some water. Okay. We're going to let that sit on the skin for a few minutes. But I'm just wiping it with some water so she doesn't have excess exfoliant all over. All right, so I'm going to grab my tissues and I'm just going to pat it dry because I'm going to use that wet microdermabrasion, which is the Hydrodermabrasion machine, and it's going to be water flowing out the suction. All right, so I'm just going to test the suction on my skin. I'm setting the level to a 4 or 5 on the LCD screen. If the suction is too much, turn it down. If the water levels are too much, you can turn it down. Make sure that your dial is turned to whatever serum you're going to infuse in the skin. If you're going to use A, B, C, or D, you could put salicylic acid in one of the A bottle. You can put the hyaluronic acid serum in B bottle and just switch the dial back and forth. Right now, I'm just using distilled water. Okay, I am not using any serums because I already have that AHA exfoliant on her skin. So I don't need to use the serum. I'm just using the D, which is in the back, the distilled water part, and just infusing water into the skin. because I already have my chemical exfoliant on the skin. All right, so if you're going to use the Aqualina serums, the Hydro Boost serums, you can do that and you don't have to do the exfoliant prior. If you want to do the exfoliant prior, I wouldn't use a chemical exfoliant. I would just use my mechanical exfoliant, which is my daily microfoliant scrubs, or a milk foliant, or I would just use my Accelerator 35. I would not use something that is high in concentration or high in chemical concentration. All right, so focus on the chin areas to extract whatever oil impactions and blackheads and acne, clogging pores you have there. Make sure the suction is able to get in the neck area. Always hold the skin tight and taut when you're dragging the vacuum up and down the skin, up in the neck area. Hold the neck down nice and tight. And do one side to the next. Always drag the skin back. Okay, so now I'm going to apply conductive base mask onto the skin. You will use this mask for all electrical treatment or all modalities that require electricity or heat. Okay, so I'm just going to apply this all over the skin. Now I'm going to turn on my ultrasound machine and I'm going to rotate on the forehead, rotate on the cheek area. Right, so this is keep rotating, rotate on the chin. You want to go in rotating motions. Again, you want to set the level to 4 or 5 on the LCD monitor. You want to add more conductive base gel onto the neck and décolleté area so that you have enough slip. And you're going to continue in circular motions on the décolleté and up the neck. And you're going to do this treatment for about 3 to 4 minutes. Depending on the client, it's heating up the skin. So as a first-time client, 3 to 4 minutes. And then once your client come back for more treatments, you can go a little bit longer, about 5 to 7 minutes. All right, so I'm going to use a nice cool towel to remove the conductive base gel. Next, I'm going to use my Iron Actives, which is my Power Bright, and my Bioluminescence C, and my niacinamide on her areas of congestion. For the acne, we're going to use the niacinamide. Brightening, we're going to focus with the Power Bright and the Bioluminescence C, just to give the skin some illumination and overall brightness. All right, so now I'm going to use my radio frequency machine, which is infusing that serum into the skin. I'm using my microcurrent radio frequency machine. A microcurrent lifts the skin and it infuses that serum into the skin. Stretch that skin. Make sure that skin is nice and tight. When you're using that microcurrent, you can also do circular motions. You can tap the skin to infuse that serum. I'm going to add more because the skin is drying out. And you want to do this on the skin for about 5 minutes. Again, make sure that level on your LCD monitor is at a 4 or 5. Now I'm going to add the vitamin C mask by Image Skincare. You can also use a calming mask if the skin is red, like the oatmeal, colloidal oatmeal. You can use colloidal or you can use oatmeal mask, clinical oatmeal mask. Now I've turned on my cold hammer and I'm just going to do circular motions and back and forth motions to get the skin to calm down, cool the skin down, because we just did a lot of treatments. We used the pore extraction machine, which is the hydrodermabrasion, to extract the pores. So that was some pulling and tugging. We did the microcurrent. We did the ultrasound. Those both induce heat to the skin and cause some friction in the skin. So we just want to calm the skin down with a nice cold hammer. I'm just going to massage her décolleté and arms with some massage oil by Wishes Beauty Skin Oil. I'm massaging her neck and her ear area. Just relax the client after all of this treatment has been finished. You just want to relax the client and make sure that they are rejuvenated after their nice treatment. So rub this oil in. So this body oil that I'm using, you do not have to take off. Okay, it's the strawberry oil, massage oil, body oil. Okay, I'm going to remove the mask with a nice cool towel. Keep it nice and cool, guys. Nothing warm, nothing hot. Keep it nice and cool. Remove the mask from the skin. Her skin is nice and bright. It's going to take about 5 or 6 treatments before we see some of those dark spots diminish. Now I'm going to use my oxygen therapy sprayer on the skin. And I added my serum, my water-based serum to the skin. I added some hyaluronic acid. Now I'm going to use my vitamin C Boost Moisturizer by Image Skincare. And I'm just going to rub that all in the skin, guys. Spread that onto the face and massage it in. Yes, we are done with our treatment. The client is nice and satisfied and relaxed and hydrated. And that treatment is a wrap. Once you're done with effleuraging the skin, slow it down. Press that moisturizer into the skin. Tap it in, tap it in, tap it in. Go back to your roots. Tap it in, tap it in, tap it in to the beginning of the facial services that you guys started out doing. The regular facials. Now you're going to add and finish it off with some nice refreshing toner to give her that lasting glow. I use some hyaluronic ceramide mist from Dermalogica and we are done.